Hello, this is Solving Systems of Equations, Rate Problems, Example 1. In this problem, it says a helicopter leaves an airport and flies north at 180 miles an hour. An hour later, an airplane leaves the same airport flying in the same direction at 330 miles an hour. Write a system of equations that can be used to determine how long it will take the airplane to overtake the helicopter. These are traditionally scary problems. Many people won't even try. They get so scared as soon as they see this. I'll try to analyze it and show you how to do it. Whenever you're working with a distance, the basic formula is distance equals rate times time. It's a formula that should make sense to you. If you're driving 60 miles an hour and you go 2 hours, that's 120 miles. So the rate would be 60 miles an hour, the time would be 2 hours, and therefore the distance is 120. If you went 3 hours, it'd be 180, and so forth. So this simple formula should make sense to you. I'll start writing some of the information that we know. We know that 180 is equal to the helicopter's rate, and we know 330 is equal to the airplane's rate. The time we don't know exactly, however we do know a little bit about the time. I'll set up some variables to represent what we know about the time. I'll use lowercase h for the helicopter's time and lowercase a for the airplane's time. And the helicopter left an hour before the airplane. So the one thing we know about these two times is that the helicopter will always have flown an hour longer than the airplane did. So trying to put that into an equation should be relatively simple, but it has to be done kind of carefully. A technique that I use is I write the h and the a, these are the two times, and then I try to figure out which one is greater. And the helicopter's time is greater because it left an hour earlier. After the helicopter has been in the air for an hour, this would be 0 because it's just leaving. If the helicopter's been in the air 2 hours, this would be 1 hour. So this is the greater number and this is the lesser number. So if I want to put an equal sign between them, I have to add a 1 to this side. Now you could have subtracted a 1 from the other side, but either way you come up with a good equation. The helicopter's time is equal to the airplane's time plus 1, and that's one of the equations we'll use to solve this. And the other equation has to do with the distance. Now, when this airplane overtakes the helicopter, the distances are equal. As the airplane is overtaking the helicopter, the airplane's distance will be a little less. Then it catches up, and when it overtakes, that's when the two distances are exactly the same. So if I take the helicopter's distance, that's the helicopter's rate times the helicopter's time. The helicopter's rate is 180. The helicopter's time is h. So when it overtakes, it's equal to the airplane's distance. The airplane's distance is the airplane's rate times the airplane's time. That's 330 times a. And the question says just write a system of equations that can be used. So I don't even have to solve this. If I did, it looks like it's set up for substitution. The h is equal to a plus 1. I would just substitute that in there and be able to solve it. So this is the system of equations, and my work is done.